Hey guys, what time 6 here watching My Hero Academia. This is season 3, episode, what was it, 19?
19, yeah.
Episode 19 called Rescue Exercises. If you enjoy our videos, make sure to leave a like, comment down below, and subscribe. Remember, on Patreon, you can get early access and full reactions up to 5 episodes ahead. Check that out if you can. It helps out the channel a lot. Links down below. And let's get started right away.
Little kids and old people?
That's so dangerous! Why are they here?
Introducing the Help Us Company, also known as HUP for short.
That makes sense. I mean, you would have these kind of agencies show up.
The HUP bystanders have dressed up like injured victims and will be located throughout the disaster site. We'll be judging how well you keep them safe as you go about your mission. Oh, by the way, we'll be scoring you on a point system. If you have more points than the benchmark at the time the exercise comes to an end, then you pass the exam. We'll start in 10 minutes.
Okay, so they had to see the history amount of points.
Necessary preparations now.
What's the rating?
Triple X.
Jeez.
Go on.
Get this.
That's a
I
deviant.
saw her hiding in the rocks with Midoriya, buck naked.
Midoriya! What were you doing while the rest of us were just trying to stay alive, you bastard? Don't play stupid with us! What deviant things were you doing with that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
point right at her.
deviant, bro.
Why would you point right at her?
Actually, I had no idea what was happening and almost failed the test.
But you did see her naked?
Well, sorta.
Don't I told you
Oh,
jealous.
this is the first she's hearing of this.
I'm guessing he may have acted rudely or perhaps offended you. He has a tendency to try and push his own values onto others. I apologize for him. I'd like to build a good relationship between our schools.
I guess he wants to be
So he
friends.
says. But the way they were fighting, it didn't seem that way.
Did I offend you somehow?
Damn.
Well, the thing is, son of Endeavor,
Son
I
of
just
Endeavor.
can't help but hate both of you.
Oh,
You've changed a little bit since the first time our paths crossed. But you definitely still have your father's eyes.
they've met before?
Something wrong, Yoarashi?
Nope, not a thing, sir!
Test isn't over. You need to focus.
They kind of look the same. Their face, look at their faces.
Why do I feel so flustered? I was fine when I was fighting earlier.
Oh.
Pulling Brooklyn Nine.
Yeah, literally.
Why are you damn extras always following me?
I hear someone.
Help me, please!
Look, there he is. This looks bad. Where is he?
This looks bad? That points off your score! The first thing you should do is see how bad my injuries are and if I can walk. I'm breathing kind of weird too, aren't I? And didn't you even notice that I'm bleeding from the head? People with hero licenses should be able to judge a victim's condition in an instant!
Are the members of HUC the ones who are going to be scoring us?
Damn. Fair enough. Getting tips early on though, that's good.
Shiketsu High, second year, Nagamasamura. His quirk, Extendo hair. He can grow all the hair on his body and manipulate it at will. The only bad thing is how easily it gets tangled.
Oh.
That's a big weakness.
Comes to saving innocent lives, experience really does make a difference.
Oh.
There are many aspects of being a hero, but take note, there is one thing to keep in mind above all else. Anyone who needs rescuing is having the worst day of their lives.
These
And the
guys are
first
very
thing you
helpful.
said
That's
was,
true.
This looks bad? Seriously?
He's really laying into him. I like it.
Yeah. He's right though.
Yeah.
I can carry this boy to the first aid station myself. You guys, go on without me.
All right. Let's do this!
This boy just gave you a life lesson.
Yeah, he literally told you how to pass a test.
What are you doing?
In my chest. What am I doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Yo, don't let that get in the way of your test. Deal with that shit after. She's getting too caught up on the feelings.
Yeah.
She has to focus on her test.
I'll focus on working just as hard as he does. And reach my dream.
Okay, there we go.
There we go.
Now she switched to hero mode.
You're gonna be safe with me!
Ida-san! Wind, eh? Seems like a sloppy approach at first.
It's like Gran
But in
Torino,
reality, he's
costume.
manipulating countless airstreams to adapt to all the people and debris he's moving. But it's still reckless. Minus points. You shouldn't move anyone or anything unless you've checked on the condition of the injured. You can make things worse.
Of course! I apologize!
He's acting far too impatient. His lack of experience is obvious.
Who's this guy?
You realize you're sitting in a stance because you're the one who failed, right, Shishikura?
Yes, I am aware.
What he told wasn't necessarily all bad. Between Stain's fundamentalist ideas and All Might's retirement, there are many who wish to reform the role that heroes play in society.
He's trapped by debris. I'll float it away.
Poor girl. She's gonna lose points that way.
Please, wait a moment.
Stop.
Look at the way the walls have collapsed around him. Right now, the structure is balanced precariously like an intricate puzzle. Everything will topple if we're careless with our movements. First, let's use a support beam to prop up this wall. It'll take some time to
I
get
never-
into place, though.
No worries, you can leave that to us.
Hey, teamwork again.
Nice.
It's not perfect, but it's not a horrible plan either. When there's a large-scale disaster, there are never enough rescuers to help those in need of saving. That means the work should be as fast and efficient as possible. If someone tries to do everything themselves, they'll lose time in the long run. What's important is being realistic about what your own quirk can and can't do. Focusing on your role during a test where you're trying to stand out takes courage. It's something you can only do if you really understand the situation.
Sarah, tape him up.
I got him.
That's it. Just left
Yeah.
him out of here. Without any force on his body.
I too.
Oh,
Save
God.
us!
What is that here?
Save yourselves, you white
What?
Man, you've got to work on your rescue style.
He might be really hurt. We can't just leave him here.
Are supposed to be low-priority victims with only minor injuries.
So you think that he figured it out? And that's why he told us to go off on our own?
Wait, what, really? Somehow Bakugo...
Appropriate.
Okay.
Minus points.
What the hell did you say?
He's gonna scare them into getting points.
Oh yeah, he might pass that way.
From over there.
Intimidate them.
Let's head to the mountain zone. There should be animals over there.
Smart. Then Koda can use his quirk. Todoroki,
I like that background.
Help! I can't swim. I'll be right there. Let me see that boy.
Yeah, of course. His head got hurt somehow. He's bleeding quite a bit, but his wounds don't look very deep. He responds to questions clearly.
Good.
Time for phase 2.
They can't just rescue. They must adapt.
And fight.
We're gonna die! Hey, look!
Oh,
Tell me, wannabe
is that a
heroes,
tongue or a tie?
Time.
can you rescue people and fight at the same time?
Gang Orca fought alongside Endeavor and Best Chinist. He's a strong pro, currently ranked number 10. Impressive. He's also ranked 3rd in the list of heroes who look as though they should be villains.
That's funny.
Bakugo's probably one of those too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Are you serious? Jeez, come
No, Minetta's number 1.
What did you
This
expect?
guy's the
Alright.
villain. Because he is a villain.
He looks like a villain.
Yeah, Razor, right?
Yeah.
Will you fight or protect? Help or run away? What would a hero do?
I think the answer to that is pretty obvious.
You know who else looks like a villain?
Wait, let me
That
see if
guy-
there's more.
The guy that can multiply.
Yes. The ecto
Yeah.
dude.
Alright, rescue exercises. Very realistic approach, right?
Very, very.
Not what I was expecting.
And they will get the feedback from the victims directly, you know. No one is there to like
That's
judge
cool
them,
though. Yeah, I like the system. I like how it's working so far.
That is a good system because the victim would know
That's
what
like
the
a,
best or worst,
You know what
Yeah.
though? But maybe it's not because one thing is, again, we don't know how the points are being awarded, and
No, I think we do.
They didn't give. They said
No.
we don't know how, right?
No. I think we could deduce that the points are given by the person that they help.
Yeah, but I
And-
mean, but
no,
the
but-
criteria for that.
No, well, the criteria is different based on the situation. That's
Yeah.
why
yeah.
it's a good system because every victim has a different situation, right? So if the hero can't adapt to that situation, they should be losing points, right? So I think it's a good system.
Because the way I'm trying to look at it is like, okay, because not obviously as we saw, not everyone's gonna go straight into there and like actually go like for this. Like, so let's divide into 2 parts, okay? There's search and rescue, and then there's like we'll say safety and rehabilitation or something, you know. I feel like not every student is gonna be able to do both. I feel like some will either be more proficient in one than the other.
Yeah, but that's the point.
Yeah, yes, but I wonder how that, like, because it's the whole, it's the,
Think of
the
it
point
this
system
way.
thing. That,
Think of it this way, right?
yeah.
Midoriya went to one location with one scenario and found a victim. How he deals with it in that area is how he gets his points or loses his points. Once he drops the person off, how that person handles that case will determine that person's points.
Okay.
Right?
Oh man,
At least that's what I understood.
This is really
because-
tough for the HOC company. Then these people need to like, basically, keep a tally for everything, everyone's points at all times.
Well,
It's
I'm
crazy.
assuming each victim has maybe 1-2 people helping them, right? Per area, so like maybe 4 to 5 people.
Yeah.
So they can keep track of that.
Yeah.
I don't know. To me, the system makes sense. I don't
It
think
does.
there's
It
an
makes
issue.
sense. to
Yeah.
me. It's not black and white. There's like, it will like if this is a real life scenario. Okay?
Yeah, it's
Just
made
like
to-
we had a similar thing.
made to
Remember
resemble,
when All Might was fighting
Yeah.
the villain, right?
Yeah.
We had the buildings collapse and stuff. People were. It wasn't people. No, it was people.
Yeah, no, the other
Yeah,
heroes
yeah,
came
the
in and
pros-
they,
that's what- that's what
Yeah,
we're
they
talking
saved
about.
the
pros
people.
came
Yeah,
and saved- and
no,
there's
this
several
is the
outcasts,
same
too.
thing.
Yeah.
Basically.
that's what the points are for. It's like, it's not supposed to be fair.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be whatever each person's good at,
Yeah.
they have to know that and they have to do that, right?
Like the frog
Yeah.
lady went to the.
Yeah,
river.
you went to
yeah.
a river.
Yeah.
The people that are at the rescue camp, they're doing their shit there.
Yeah.
With their aid.
So so following that logic, I guess everyone has a
They just
everyone
have
has
to
a
find what they're
chance.
good at. Yeah.
to prove what they're
Yeah.
good
And
at.
if you don't do anything, you will fail. Like,
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe
which is fair.
I
Maybe
think
it's
you
how
would.
you help others too. Like for example, like let's look at Saro and Sugar Guy. Like they didn't necessarily actually lay their hands on anyone, but they were helping. Like they were working as a team
Yeah.
to sort of move debris around. You know what I mean? So maybe they weren't directly like.
Well, they're gonna have less points, I think, at the end.
For sure.
Yeah.
Maybe enough to pass, maybe not.
Because you also have to become a hero. You have to be proactive. You can't just stand
'cause-
there and
no,
yeah.
because there's 2 ways this can go, right? Obviously, you need teamwork, right? So you can show that you're good working with a team,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, you also got to be able to show that you can do something yourself, right?
Yeah.
So let's say the whole team does something, and Midoriya walks out with the person. He's gonna get more points because he's handling this person through the whole journey, right?
Right.
So I think that's how it's set up.
Yeah. I get that.
So let's talk about Ochako, right? Because
Yeah. First she was having some issues, but it looks like she figured out her
Yeah, I think
situation.
she's good. now.
She was like
think
literally
she's good?
frozen.
Yeah, yeah.
She was
Yeah,
like frozen, like
yeah.
twice, at 2 separate.
she's a
points
little
of this.
too infatuated.
Yeah,
D-
she's very
she
much so.
doesn't know what to do with those feelings. That's why.
Yeah.
But I guess now she's looking at him and he doesn't seem. Wait, we haven't really seen him.
It's a mix of feelings for him, jealousy of the other girl.
Yeah.
So I think that shit stacks up
Yeah.
and it can distract you, which is what happened.
And it's also maybe pushing her to act as well because we don't know what it was, but she wanted to tell Deku something, and then the bell rang. Right? What was she gonna say?
Shit! Yeah.
Oh, was she gonna confess her love?
Oh god.
Who knows? I have a feeling
That would have messed him up.
honestly.
Yeah,
no,
it
I have a
would've.
feeling that if she confesses, he's low key gonna reject her, like high key actually. I think he's just gonna tell her like no, like
He's gonna freak out and run
'cause
away.
I feel like he
Yeah,
has a
no, no,
sense
no.
of responsibility.
No,
you
no,
know?
he's not gonna reject. He's just not gonna know what to say.
yeah.
And it'll be like a indirect rejection. He's not gonna actually say no to her, but he's gonna freak out, run away, and that's a no, right? Like realistic, like yo, what's Midoriya
Or he
gonna
freaks
do?
out, starts running away, then he stops.
But
turns
no,
back
no,
around
what
and,
Aiden
like,
said is
have
right.
to.
It will throw him off his game.
Yeah.
He would.
100%.
So this is a good thing.
Yeah,
she
it's
didn't
good that
say
she didn't say
anything,
anything.
yeah. Also, like
He's not ready.
they're young.
ready.
Like this is not the time. This they need to work
No, no,
on their
bro,
skills.
Mineta
Like,
has
no,
had
that-
his
that's a good
things.
point, but also because the jealousy factors in, she doesn't want any more Midoriya and what was her name, Casey?
yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't want those two interacting.
Oh, I
Especially
see.
not with her
She might
naked.
take him before. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
maybe like
That'll
while
give
she's
a sense
working
of
so hard,
urgency.
Casey just puts in the moves on Midoriya, and then Ochako loses out. So I think that's in the back of her head too.
Could be.
So that's that, and we got a little bit of Todoroki and that Hurricane guy.
All right.
He doesn't like
Endeavor.
and him by
By
association.
association.
They
Yeah.
met before.
Apparently.
Maybe when they were babies or something. Maybe
been a
daycare.
long-
What if? Oh.
Yes.
What?
Okay, remember when Endeavor was like, he said that he was like testing out his quirks with other people, remember? With other families and stuff.
Oh,
He
is
was-
he another byproduct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so to remember, Todoroki's mother was just someone, remember? She was a prospect because she was like the whole ice
wait.
thing. So then
Not that. Amazing.
he basically like raped and
You
like,
thought something else?
what are you talking about? Anyways,
No. That's what I thought, but it doesn't make sense because he needs a half fire. No. Isn't
Not
that the whole
necessarily.
thing?
Well,
It
not
doesn't?
necessarily, because
Okay.
like that's the process, right? Like Todoroki is the perfected being, right? He's like what Endeavor was trying to create. So there's possibilities that there are failures.
Okay.
That there are like.
That's
you
what
know,
I thought.
Okay,
too, yeah.
so
Because we know there were others. There were. It wasn't just because they made a point of saying how Endeavor, like Todoroki's mom, was not the first stop on Endeavor's list. They
Maybe,
made a
but-
point of him like having like a conquest of finding like the perfect.
how
quirk
does
synergy.
Endeavor's genetics result into a hurricane quirk?
That's the thing. Yeah.
It doesn't necessarily have to. It might
Well,
just
at
be
least
the
to
family.
some part. So like maybe even if it's 5%, like what's the correlation?
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe. We don't know. Maybe.
I guess you need oxygen for fire. Maybe that's air. So like maybe that's the correlation, the link.
So it's not random.
No, there is some genetics, but I think there is some.
Yeah, there's
Like-
a genetic counterpart, but it's not exact.
It's not exact. Like there's some variation.
Like I think for Deku's parents had quirks too, right? The mom could heat.
The mom had it. I don't know.
Yeah,
about-
she could like heat some things.
No, not he. She could just move some stuff, like some teleportation, not telekinesis. But it's
Really?
very
Like,
light, very light. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I forgot the father.
Oh.
Maybe she could. But anyways,
I had no idea.
but
Do we
he-
even know
he
anything
has
about the
no-
father? I don't think we know anything about the father.
I think they said something about him having. One of the parents had a heat quirk and it was very.
Point
very
is, the genetic thing
subdued.
is it varies.
It's not exact.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know. I think there's a possibility here that Endeavor ruined his either like maybe tried to get with the mom or something or ruined the family after she said no. Anyways,
Yeah.
we know what to do with Endeavor and know that he was going on a conquest to finding a perfect project.
Also, we know he's smart. Just
Yeah,
like
powerful.
Todoroki,
Yeah.
Oh, hurricane guy.
Hurricane guy.
I think he's more powerful than smart.
Yeah. I
Oh.
wouldn't say he's very smart.
Yeah, he's. What makes me think? Wait, he said something that.
I don't know. Remember, it was the wind currents. Remember, they're talking about how like he can use his quirk very well and how he's like.
No, but he said something that I'm like, oh, he's just as smart. Oh, at the very beginning, they said that he passed.
Oh, that was
Remember?
him, right? Yeah.
He got a better score than
he's a-
Todoroki.
He wasn't supposed to be here.
No, but that's not an intelligence thing. It's a power thing. I
Well,
think.
they do some studying, no? It's all physical?
No, it's not all physical.
No, it's not
half-
physical, but
So?
yeah, but only because you got a higher score than him doesn't mean he's smarter than him. Like it could.
No, he didn't say smarter, right? He said as smart. You
No,
said as smart, right?
No, I said smart.
Oh, you said smarter?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we'll see what happens there, and that's all the stories. Let's see what happens next.
Yep.
That was season 3, episode 19 of My Hero Academia. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to like, comment down below, and subscribe. And check out our Patreon page for early access and full reactions. And we'll see you next episode. Peace.